consoles that used to be, you know, from our car to that truck are now like way smaller, and they do way more. You know, you book the session players, you get the room where you want to record, whether it's a house or a studio. Set the session up and make sure, like, if you know, for vocal mics, all the mics are hooked up, all the amps are mic'd, or keyboard player has a line going into the console, and then you know the board. Some engineers are way better than others at figuring at knowing what that process is going to be, knowing the kind of music that artist wants to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So once you get everybody hooked up and ready to go, they're all feeding into the console. You make sure they all have feeds out of the console into their headphones so they can hear each other.
Right. That's
yeah.
a lot.
Oh yeah. You'll record that stuff into Pro Tools or Logic or whatever.
There's an idea that the artist has about the song.
Yeah.
There's an idea that after the engineer hears it,
yeah,
that he might. Now, how does that go? Is that kind of dramatic at all?
Oh, dude. These are my favorite kind of rooms. These rooms that are real woody, because man, you put drum kits in here and they just sound cool as all get out.
So this would be, you know, vocals, acoustic guitar, you know, guitar amps would be okay in here. Serial number, and I forget what it. And then he's got a tie panel on the outside that just goes to pigtails on the inside. So I've just we have tie lines run from my rack upstairs. 5 for the cube. If somebody needed to be down here, they could get their tone. I like to describe it in the tracking process as an engineer kind of being focused on each individual sound. Like the bass needs to sound like this, the kick needs to sound like this, the guitar, the vocal, you know. The mixer then, who's later in the process, is kind of more concerned then about taking those individual elements, and the reason we're called mixers is we're recombining them like a, you know, Betty Crocker cake mix or whatever, taking the right elements and recombining them, and to be concerned about the vibe and the sound and the movement and the feel of the song. And then the last step of the process would be a mastering engineer who is more concerned about the movement and the feel and the sound of the sonics of the project. He's taking then those individual songs and he's kind of recombining those into a project feel, kind of like the mixer did with the individual elements of the song. Generally, I'm the mixer just by happenstance. It's affected me in huge positive ways and some significant negative ways. I feel like, at least for me, a good amount of the music that I'm working on now is independent music, not attached to a label. So I feel like the change in music sales has been positive for me in that I'm working more directly with producers and artists than I used to. The downside is budgets shrank considerably.
You got a smile and lets me out of here when all
Do you hear the reverb on the vocal?
Turn around, down in the trenches where you
There's a reverb on the vocals, this old spring reverb.
and mine so far away.
So there's a guitar with an old tape delay, that rolling box there.
That's what's making that guitar sound like that.
There's no
Somebody played B3, piano, synth pad.
beauty leads the way to the glory of the world we were made for. Beauty leads.
Where art meets commerce, there is always conflict. Always conflict.
Hello?
Fred!
Dude, what's up?
Dude, it's you. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Could you tell me just like a general definition of what you do?
Sure, I think it's mostly, stopping problems from happening. I work in so many different areas. I work in music, I work in film, I work in TV, and I also have basically kind of a management situation and supervision in TV and in film. I oversee the entire sound portion for a film or a TV show. And once it goes to mixed, I'm typically in the trenches there on the console mixing.
The film work and everything, is that a whole lot different than like working with music, just music in itself?
Everything is different about it.
Okay.
Right? Essentially, you've got similar tools,
Right.
but they're typically used in a totally different way. And I'm working on a TV show right now. I think, and this is a small TV show, I think I might have somewhere in the range of about 300 or 400 tracks. The last feature was 5 Pro Tools systems all running.
Wow, Fred, that's crazy.
It is. I'm married to a chair.
The broken mic? Yeah. I think it's that one. Okay.
The other one is, that one is like
Oh, I love that one. House Without a Home. All right, that's one. You know, channel 1 is that mic preamplifier going through that compressor, which doctors the sound up and makes it cool, right? And the second mic is going through this one and that one.
Okay.
And I'm coming out of back of both of those into my Pro Tools rig.
Okay.
And we're seeing it here. And we're not hearing it. There we go.
for you miss the sky, and everything will pass you by. For me to poop on.
Oh, cool.
Drink yourself a hiding place when everything is gone. Everyone's gone.
Dude, I gotta tell you, I love that freaking, I love that chorus. Yeah.
And everything you need is there if you can see.
Just keep going.
The rain coming down from the sky. Oh, Don't look up, or you miss the sky, and everything will pass you by. Take your cup, press it to your face, and drink yourself a hiding place. When everyone is gone, you're a house without a home, empty and open wide, and everything you need is there if you can see the rain coming down from the sky. Oh. Try your best, but you feel so small. If you take a chance and lose it all, and nothing's left when they come to call, and you're the one who takes the fall. When everyone's gone, you're a house without a home, empty and open wide, and everything you need is there if you can
closest thing to analog circuits that I've ever heard. I think now it's not even really about the music, it's about branding.
A mastering engineer creates the final master that is sent out for replication or duplication.
Labels should be what I consider an engine to help the artists go faster and bigger than they can go on their own.
My job is to help us find things to be involved with, craft creative relationships with people that make movies, and then to oversee and or participate in the marketing of those movies.
I'm the chair of the songwriting department, and our college is called the Mike Kerr College of Entertainment and Music Business.
I think you're going to see a lot more with Pandora and Spotify, and then you're going to start seeing, a new surge in startup music companies that are all based in tech.
Yeah. I got a memo from New York that said, here are the artists you need to drop, and here are the artists you need to keep going with. And it was based on nothing but math, and that was just kind of soul-crushing. We started meetings saying, what would it be like to start a label that looked like what that label used to be? So we started a label called Rocketown Records in 1996.
No, I was just going to say, I started out being an artist. Well, I started out just being a musician, a sideman. Then I became an artist. These guitar players, they don't want to be held down with a dum da dum dum dum.
Well, yeah.
They want to go.
and they do.
Kind of brainstorming on it. I really like the marketing side of things as well as the songwriting stuff. So I end up really getting engaged in not only how what's this music sounding like, but how are we going to engage people with this music.
Jeez, dude. Yeah. Yeah, you have been hanging out with Billy Gibbons.
They've painted this argument as we are withholding public information from the people, when in truth, I'm sharing private information with the public if they're willing to pay for it. That's the way I see it. If I make something up, my private thoughts are my private thoughts, and they don't belong to the people. They belong to me.
What's going on today? What's going to happen?
Well, they're introducing the Songwriters Equity Act. It's being sponsored in the Senate by Senators Corker and Alexander. I had a song that was played 4.5 million times on Pandora. You know how much I made on that?
Oh, well, you want to
$189.
Wow.
The thing about being a songwriter is you have great access, but I got no power whatsoever. Zero. Very little influence, really, when it comes down to it.
I can't promise you wrote you this. It's my melody. It's my melody.
Best con.
I never was the biggest or the fastest guy. I never hit a home run when the game was tied. I knew from an early age I wasn't gonna be a doctor or the CEO of anything. So I sang Journal on my mind, and I played Stairway to Heaven 500,000 times. I tried to stand out from the crowd, but most times I just struck out at the plate. So I sang. I wasn't cool enough to be a ladies' man. It took me forever just to hold her hand. First time we kissed, she whispered, I love you. But I wasn't brave enough to say I loved her too. So I sang, you are so beautiful to me,
and I played, poured my heart out with those strings. I loved her with everything, but I couldn't think of anything to say. So I sang. No one believed in me like my old man. He worked hard and bought me my first Fender Strat. The angels called him home. My mama asked if I would speak, but there were no words to say how much he meant to me. So I sang. It is well with my soul, and I played the Rose of San Antone, 'cause those were Daddy's favorite songs, and what I felt would take too long to say. So I sang. I still sing, but mostly I write, for obvious reasons. And that's why we're here today.
So just hit me with anything.
Okay.
And okay, I don't care.
You want me to play like the melody of my song I've been working on?
Play whatever you think
Okay.
you would like me to record for you. Yeah, dude. So you got any words?
So here's my melody. I hope you find it long and sweet. It's my melody for you.
Dude.
You like it?
We're gonna kill this.
Alright, cool.
We are gonna kill this.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Yeah, we're gonna kill this, dude. Alright. So let me
I told you I would give you a melody. I didn't think it would turn out like this. One day you were right beside me, your head on my chest, two breaths from my lips. Yet the next day there's only two words out of you. But here's my melody. I hope you find it long and sweet. It's just for you. You see, I kept my promise and I wrote you this. It's my melody for you. It was the life of the party you loved and you just wanted to be free. Like every high school girl wants to be for college, but I just thought differently. You were worth it, but I guess I wasn't. Here's my melody. I hope you find it long and sweet. It's just for you. You see, I kept my promise and I wrote you this. It's my melody for you. It's my melody for you. Told me I was your best friend, and you didn't want to lose me like that. And nothing serious was your game plan, but that doesn't stop me from loving you. So here's my melody, I hope you find it long and sweet. It's just for you. You see, I kept my promise and I wrote you this. It's my melody. It's my melody. It's my melody for you.
On behalf of the Academy, I'd like to thank my producer, Monroe Jones, for an awesome time, song, and project.
Woo!
Wait, open it back up, dude.
He's got credentials.
Yeah. He's infected now.
I got a couple things.
Chiropractor work.
Yeah, man.
Staple Singers.
Yeah. And this is Williams Martin in recovery.
Up in Jordan Hare Stadium. Yeah, I'd do that if you're towing it. That's perfect. Cheat a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. That's not cheating. Money! You got it!
Take that, Cody Parkey.